Ladies and gents, boys and girls, my name is Tate.VanBeek, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a tour of my GMC Savana camper van. So stay tuned. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start on the outside of this beast. Now, as you can see, this is a GMC Savana 3500. It has the 6.0 gas motor in it, so it's got plenty of torque to pull whatever you want behind it, and it still gets decent fuel mileage. I'm still getting about 16 miles to the gallon on the highway. Now, I did go ahead and put a 3-inch leveling kit on it, so I had some more clearance going down the trails because I do love to off-road. And then we have also got some 33-inch Nido ridge grapplers on some fuel crank wheels, some 18x9s. Now on my build, I did go ahead and install some limbo tent so you can't see inside and you have some privacy. So let's go ahead and get on the inside of this beast and we'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. Now, this van does have the slider door, and with the offset of the wheels, it does hit, but we've still got plenty of space to walk in. So we'll go ahead and start in the driver's quarter of this van. Now, as you can see right here, we have got Lola Pup's dog bed. Now, she's a little chicken poop and does not like to sit on the nice big comfortable bed in the back while I'm driving. So we have got her Tempur-Pedic super thick dog bed sitting right in the middle so she can sit right next to me and enjoy the ride. Now up front, we have also installed a brand new Bluetooth Pioneer head unit along with some Pioneer speakers that bump. So now we'll go ahead and work our way into the back of Tate.VanBeek. So to start off with, in the back, we have got 1-inch tongue and groove throughout this whole camper van. It was stained a honey oak with 2 layers of semi-gloss polyurethane. Now, we do have 2 inches of insulation in the walls, in the ceiling, and then we have got 1 inch of insulation on the floor of this van, along with some luxury vinyl plank that is waterproof, super easy to sweep out all the dog hair, and then wipe up all the slobber that my dog creates. So this is my little kitchen area, and this is where all the cooking goes down. Now, I've got a 2x12 countertop that I sanded down. I stained it a dark walnut and then put 2 layers of polyurethane on it also. I wanted to go ahead and do a butcher block countertop, but butcher block was $160 for a piece of butcher block this size on the countertop. I bought the 2x12 for $15. I didn't even have the right saw anyways to be cutting butcher block, and the last thing I wanted to do was ruin a $160 piece of wood when I could have just bought $15 worth of 2x12 and it looked just as nice. Now, I do have a Dometic cooler fridge. It is the CF50 model. It's got plenty of space to keep all my food cool, and it pulls almost no power. Now, this is on a sliding drawer with 2 locks on it that you just push down and it pulls right out. Now, I've got a 2-burner propane stove that I use for all my cooking. This thing works awesome. Heats everything up like it should. Now, one thing that is super nice about these passenger vans that people don't realize is that they have all got pop-out windows on some of the windows. So if you're cooking, it's really nice to just pop that bad boy open, get some airflow inside, and then you can turn your max air fan on and get all the smoke out of here. So there are 4 pop-out windows in this beast. We've got 1 right here in the kitchen area. We've got 2 back there in the bed area that can pop right open so you get airflow while you are sleeping. And then we've also got 1 on this sliding door as well. Now here is the second little kitchen cabinet area. I have got my bin that houses all my kitchen supplies. It's got all the lighters, pots and pans, silverware, stuff like that. And then on top, I've got my snacks sitting up there, like my trail mix. So next, we'll go ahead and check out my diesel heater setup that I've got going on inside of this van. Now, I've got the diesel heater sitting right up underneath the passenger seat here in my van. This is a V4 model. Now, all the exhaust and intake is ran up underneath right here, and I put it up under the seat so I can go ahead and direct the heat back towards the sleeping area and keep it super hot. Now, I keep my diesel tank right behind the driver's seat, screwed up to my kitchen cabinet here. This is a 2-gallon tank, and it is super easy to fill. You just open the sliding door, bring the nozzle right in, and boom, fill it right up. Now, if y'all have never had a diesel heater, I am telling you, they are worth their weight in gold if you guys do any sort of winter camping or cold camping. Now, I do live in Florida, so it doesn't get that cold, but last week when I installed the diesel heater, it did get down to 24 one night, and I went camping that night. On low heat, at 24-degree outside temperature, I was able to maintain a 65-degree temperature inside the van. It only burned a 1/3 gallon of diesel the whole night. It burned almost no power off my battery, and it was nice and toasty and a comfortable time sleeping in here. Now, on high heat, in that same 24-degree night, I got the temperature up to 91 inside the van. And yeah, like I said, it does a great job. I only paid 150 bucks. It's just a Chinese diesel heater, a V4 model. So highly recommend them, guys. So now we'll go ahead and go over to my little control panel that I've got for all my electrical. Now, as you can see right here, this is my diesel monitor screen. This is where you make all your adjustments to how hot you want everything and to start your glow plugs. I've got my battery percentage monitor, which tells me how many volts I'm pulling when I have stuff on. It'll tell me how much battery life I have left in my batteries. I've also got my Max Air Fan remote, which if you guys do not have a Max Air Fan, those are also worth their weight in gold. And then I have got my light switch right here. Boom, and it is also on a dimmer. So right near the control panel, we have also got 3 USB plugs right there. And then we have also got a cigarette lighter plug right there as well. Now, coming over to the side of the bed, I have got my inverter mounted right there. It is a 2000 watt inverter. It just has a switch right there, along with 3 plugs and a USB outlet if you need it. So as far as the Max Air Fan goes in this beast, I got the Max Air Fan Deluxe. So I got the fancy model. It's got 10 different speeds inside of it. It can do exhaust fan or just as a normal fan. It is all automatic. There's a power button that you just press and then it raises up by itself. Now, what's nice about this Max Air Fan that I bought, it's one of the more expensive models, but it's waterproof. I don't have to have that big goofy rain cover and no rain can come inside. I've actually camped in 2 hurricanes already with tons of rain, tons of wind, and not a drop of water came in. I'll go ahead and link those videos right above real quick if y'all want to check those out. Now in the back, we have got a full-size mattress. It is a 52-inch wide mattress with it fitting lengthways. It is a 74-inch tall mattress. Now I did lose a little bit of floor space, but I wanted to build the van this way because I'm 6'2", and there is no way that I'm sleeping widthways in this van, so especially with a dog. Now, this is a 7-inch thick memory foam mattress, super comfortable. Me and my dog fit on it perfect, and yeah, I love it. It's a perfect bed. Now, this was a passenger van at one point, as I stated earlier, so there is a factory rear heat and AC unit. Now, a lot of people pull those out when they're building campers. I don't know why. You don't really gain that much storage space, so I went ahead and just kept mine, and as you can see, I built a duct so mine can still work. Now, one thing that I love about still having my factory rear AC unit is that if I'm going somewhere that is very cold, I can go ahead and have the heat running up front, or I can also have the heat going in the back, and it helps circulate the heat in the whole van. So if I'm going to a camping spot where it is super cold, I just go ahead and crank that heater in the back, get everything hot. Then when I get to my camping spot, I'll go ahead and start my diesel heater to help maintain the nice temperature inside. Now, let me go ahead and give you a tour of my underbed storage system that I've got going. Come on, baby. So sitting in the back here is my underbed storage. Now, this bed does sit on hinges, so it lifts right up, and it's got some hydraulics underneath it as well, so you can just lift it with one arm. This is where I store pretty much all my stuff, including my clothes, sitting in those bins, any kind of recovery gear I might need, and then of course my drills, my backup heater, boots, and stuff like that. I did put down a rubber coin floor so nothing is slipping back there. Now right here is my battery bank. I've got 500 amp hours of lead acid deep cycle marine batteries. I've got my DC to DC battery charger along with my fuse box for all my 12 volt and then my big fuse box for everything else. Now I did build a little 2x2 wall here to keep my batteries from moving. And then I built a 2x4 wall to keep all my storage bins from hitting any of my electrical and my wires going up into the back. This right here is where my factory AC unit was that I was talking about. I've got it all vented right there, so it is still operational and hiding behind. Now this bed does have hydraulics on both sides, so it lifts up by itself. Now I did make an oopsie because I only needed 75-pound hydraulics to lift the whole bed up, and that's what I thought I was buying. The Amazon ad said 150-pound shocks. I figured it was two 75-pound shocks. Nope, they sent me 250-pound shocks. So the only downside of that is that it is very hard to pull down. Now, I did keep my electrical system super simple. As y'all saw, I don't have any solar on this rig. I don't even have a shore plug. It's just a DC to DC charger. It's a 40 amp charger, so it charges my battery bank up like that because I really don't use a lot of power to begin with. That's pretty much it for this van tour. If y'all have any other questions, feel free to reach out in the comments below. I'm leaving on a big, like 2-month-long road trip with my dog. We're heading out to Western Canada from Florida. We're gonna go ahead and do some skiing at Whistler. I appreciate y'all's support. I love every single one of my subscribers and every single one of my viewers. And I hope to see y'all keep coming and watching my stuff. Thanks, guys. Bye.